Hello everyone, welcome to No Filters presented by Vetri Media Marketing. My name is Sajid and I'll be your host for today. No Filter is a brand new concept. The goal is to educate, inspire, and learn from individuals that have been through challenges and now moving in the right direction, or simply an opportunity for them to share their unique story with us. Almost every week we'll have a special guest on our first ever interview at No Filter. We have an individual with many talents. He's a dancer, dog lover, comic fan. He also does some cartoon drawing and now he's training to be an actor. But we're here to talk about a sensitive subject directed for our South Asian community. So with further ado, I would like to welcome our first guest, Jassinth. So how do you feel?
Great.
Great. You ready?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. We'll go. About yourself to our audience. Who are you?
Ooh, okay. I've had this question a few times, and I have a mixed bag of being an artist and an engineer,
Oh, that's nice.
and just someone who likes to dabble in a lot of things. I feel like I'm a collector of hobbies, if anything.
Okay, so how's it been during the pandemic with your career and your hobbies and everything? It's been almost 2 years now.
Yeah,
You're stuck in this.
I've actually been happy with the pandemic.
Okay.
It's what happened basically is due to the pandemic, we got laid off at our work, and I've been allowed to basically just explore and try things I want to do.
Oh, that's nice.
That's not related to a 9 to 5 job.
Okay.
I already danced. I was taking acting and improv courses on the side, and this allowed me to fully jump in and now take virtual acting classes. I even did like voiceover work. It was fun. I got to do a commercial in February, which was like a great gift as well.
Oh wow. So if I'm not mistaken, you're vegan.
Yes.
Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay. Personally, I don't know what's the difference between vegan and vegetarian. What's the some slides of difference between vegetarian and vegan?
To explain that, I have to like explain what veganism is first.
Go ahead.
And veganism is not really like a belief or diet only.
Okay.
It's a stance on rejecting all or any oppression or commodification or use of animals in food, clothing, or entertainment.
Okay.
So that's what you eat, what you wear, like fur, leather, and then entertainment like zoos or parks like that, like a lion from Africa shouldn't be in like a North American country. It doesn't make any sense. So the diet portion of it. So vegetarian is specifically a diet where you're just eating animal products, but not their flesh, like not the meat. From veganism's perspective, the diet part is plant-based diet. You're just not eating anything that comes from animals.
Okay, perfect. What made you change this type of lifestyle to be a vegan? I mean, you were eating meat, am I guessing?
Yes, I was.
What age did you change? Or is it...
I was a pescatarian as a teenager, and I don't remember why, but it just felt better not to eat meat.
Yeah.
And then growing up, I was eating meat again. And then when I met my current wife, her family was all vegetarian.
Okay.
And then she became vegan. And then obviously being with her, I was curious.
Yeah.
And then I was just learning from her, watched a few documentaries like Dominion, Cowspiracy, Game Changers off the top of my head. And just understanding that the values of veganism lined up with my own, like my actions had to kind of speak, like I loved animals, so like I love this planet and I believe in like leaving it better than I had been here. Just the environment in general, so it's like I knew why I had to be vegan, and it just was an easy transition as well.
So how was it affected your physical health and mental health, changing this big change actually?
In the change, once I knew why I changed, I feel like mentally it was fine. Like everything I ate, I didn't feel guilt for.
Okay.
Like I'm sure with how social media is, or how you see the internet now, how it's being used to show what kind of happens in animal farms or fur farms, whatever it is. There's an understanding that there is definitely, especially in North America, some to a large degree, yes, abuse of animals in the process of making meat or fur or anything else. So so knowing that I can eat something and feel guilt free because I'm just eating plant based, I feel good. Like that's why I like just constantly feel happy about it. And I feel lighter, like guilt free eating in a sense. And then physically, I've been probably the best ever I could be at this point. I feel healthier on a daily basis.
Can you advise where you can get your protein from being a vegan, and what are the benefits of being vegan?
So most of my diet is legumes, lentils. Like my favorite curry, which I think everyone probably has in their diet always, is parapu curry, like lentil curry and soya meat curry. Like those are my favorite. My mom will make like something nice with red kidney beans. So like beans, legumes, lentils are your main stuff. Nuts, tofu, which is soy. And then because I do work out as well, I do take a protein powder that is usually pea protein or just doesn't use whey, which is from cow's milk. That's pretty much a good chunk of my protein intake. For me, it just fits my values, benefit-wise. Like which my values are basically keep the planet, or leave the planet in a better state than it was before, and being able to coexist with other animals without having to harm them or just not bother them, in a sense of how we all kind of live with each other. We don't try to get in each other's way, we try to put everyone up.
Yeah, exactly. So what are the advices that you could give to someone who wants to pursue the same path as you, like to be vegan? Like I want to be vegan, for an example.
Two ways I've seen it happen. One is a slow transition and one is cold turkey. Like you see one documentary, you're like, I'm changing tomorrow.
Yeah,
I've seen both cases. I did a slow transition.
Okay.
My family already didn't eat cow's meat or pig's meat, so I basically cut those out of my life, and chicken. And then because we eat a lot of seafood and usually drink like tea 4 times a day, seafood and tea took me about a year to get out of my system, and the tea was more of an experimentation of all these different milks, like oat milk, soy milk, coconut milk, just finding, even almond milk, finding what worked. And then once I found it, I made my own tea with soy milk and I love it. I don't want to ever go back. And so transition, I would suggest, know your why, like why are you transitioning? Because otherwise you're just gonna, like any diet plan or workout plan, if you don't know why you're doing it, you'll do it for a week or 2 and then you'll just forget about it. So veganism doesn't mean like you're just not eating meat. You're trying to do the less harm as possible.
So for those who don't know, Jazz got engaged to an Indian girl. So obviously it's not something common in our culture, obviously. And we're seeing an increase, like there's a lot of people getting engaged to other cultures and stuff. So for the people that are not Tamil, obviously. So tell us about a little about your experience while discussing to your family, about your marriage, and about being in a relationship with someone who's not Tamil. How hard is that? How did you feel? How was it?
When I had to ask them that question, it was hard.
Yeah.
I remember my heart racing, pit in my stomach, just like, how do I throw this out there? That's what ended up happening, because I couldn't figure out how to do it. I just threw it out there.
Okay.
Like,
it just went.
just like we were in conversation. And I was just like thinking, this is not going anywhere.
Okay.
Just threw it out there, like, hey, I'm gonna propose to her.
Yeah.
And my parents knew her. Like, she was in my same friend circle. She always came over. We always went out together. She came to my graduation. I mean, I think our parents know. They know who we're chilling with mostly, who we're spending most of our time with. But I guess in the back of their heads, like, oh, maybe he's not gonna like be with this person. Who knows? But yeah, when I told them, they were kind of like, okay, why her? What does she do? Like, they mostly care about profession. The cultural aspect, we were okay because our families were both Hindu. Okay. So I guess they were okay in that aspect. Okay. I guess for them is more like, how is she going to be with our family? I guess parents all think about like when we get married, we think like, oh, we're marrying this person, but for our family is we're marrying this family, and it's all, everyone gets involved.
Obviously, right? Of course. Yeah.
But yeah, that asking was a bit nerve wracking. But after they got it, they went out and like they're the ones who asked for her chart there,
Okay.
Jadam.
Yeah.
Um,
Common thing.
They asked for that. They started planning engagement dates
Oh.
and stuff like that. So, and then we had our first family meeting. I think a week into it,
Okay.
we were both kind of nervous, but it worked out okay.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
So after how long did you tell your parents? Was it like, oh,
We were dating for like.
parents that might be watching right now.
We were dating for I think about 8 years at that
Wow.
point. Yeah.
So after 8 years, you went to your parents and you told them.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
I'm sure if they didn't figure out by then. She was always over.
They probably found out. They were like, Tamil people, around parents, they know what's
They know,
happening,
right?
You know?
Yeah.
Especially when you're their kid, your own kid, they will know. Did you have any issues? Did you have to face any issues culturally, like the difference?
So her family already really liked me. Like they knew we were going out.
I
Actually,
mean, who wouldn't like you?
Yeah.
Go ahead, sorry.
No, it's okay. Yeah, her family already liked me, I guess. So it worked out great.
Okay, that's good.
And she's very open with her family, so they knew I think within a year that we were going out.
Yeah.
My family, my cousins already knew.
Okay.
With the rest of my family, including my mom and dad, it was still all more like, I guess, business.
Yeah.
Right? Like, what does she do? What does her family do? Like, it was all that. And I guess you expect that, I guess, from brown South Asian families in general. Like, I mean, it was slightly rocky initially because she wasn't working at the time, so it was a little bit like, oh, what is she gonna do? So, I mean, you have to kind of skirt around that and kind of convince them, hey, she's finishing up what she wants to do and she's doing what she likes to do. So we'll see. Let them know.
How did you propose? I'm curious.
So here's where it gets probably why I don't suggest get family involved with anything. So I wanted to propose to her. That was the discussion I had with them. With her family, it was like, yes, please go for it. You have my blessing. Great.
Okay.
Parents was like, okay,
Yeah.
let's check the chart and everything first. And like, all right, fine. Within a week, they had all that planned and they already set a date for the engagement, which I think is called the Nichayadatam.
Nichayadatam, okay.
Yeah. So I had a date to propose before,
Okay.
if anything, because now I have to work again. Now at least I have something to propose before. And then I think the day before, she thought I wasn't going to propose. It was just going to be at the Nichayadatam itself.
Okay.
The day before, I convinced her to go to park near where she lives that has like a nice little small bridge, nice little cute place. And I just asked her if she wanted to marry me, and she said yes. Started laughing and saying yes. That's how I proposed.
Okay, that's good, but she wasn't expecting.
Yeah, but she was like, it was the day before the Nichya, though you didn't really get to you didn't really have a choice on it.
So thank you so much, Jazz, for sharing your ordinary love story. Before wrapping up, can you tell the audience the best vegan restaurant in Montreal that you ate till now, and the dish that you ate? Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't have a specific restaurant, but I have places I go to for specific things. So, pastries, I go to Café dei Campi.
Café de Campi,
Okay.
Okay, so yeah.
For Italian food, I go to Verdi.
Verdi,
Yeah.
okay.
And for just general eating out food, I would go to either Lola Rosa or Au Vivre.
Okay, yeah, that's good. So we might go one day.
Yeah.
Go together. Perfect. Thank you for your time, Jazz. I hope you enjoyed our company. So thank you guys, and see you guys for another sequence of another inspiring story on Vetri Media Marketing on No Filter.